All right, guys. So, earlier this week on DCNRC, Ryan and I are talking about the ESPYs. Look, the ESPYs is the premier honor that you can get as an athlete. That's why when you go, everybody's there. Your boy won an ESPY. I was right in the middle of a fight camp, and I still went to the ESPYs because it meant that much to me as a person that has watched sports my entire life to even be nominated. Because the reality is you never believe that you are going to be put in a position to win such a prestigious award, especially to an athlete, someone that competed at the highest level. So Ryan and I are talking about the ESPYs. And now that the UFC has become more global, you get UFC fighters that are nominated for ESPYs. Charles Oliveira won last year. Very justified. And in him winning that, it told me that you didn't have to be the biggest name guy to win an ESPY. You just had to be the best over the course of the year that people vote on. So Ryan and I get into who is nominated this year. It's Amanda Nunes, it's Jon Jones, Leon Edwards, and Islam Makhachev. When asked, do I believe Jones should be on the list, I gave my opinion, being that I didn't believe that he should be in for Fighter of the Year in a world where Israel Adesanya lost and regained his championship, same as Amanda Nunes, and in a world where Alexander Volkanovski exists. Right? Alex has done amazing things. Aljamain Sterling. I listed a number of people that said I felt could be on that list. But then the next thing you know, these start to pop up. Take a look. I mean, it's Instagram, Twitter, Yahoo. I understand that Jones and I have a history. So when I'm speaking on him, you tend to want to take it in the worst possible way, when in reality, I'm not really intending for it to be in the worst way. Because historically, what he did, pretty good. Here's my issue with the media. I am part of the media now. And a lot of these people are my friends now. So I understand titles drawing people in. But I didn't shit on Jon Jones in this one. I didn't. I think that I think that when I talk about him in the most fair way that I can. Because I do respect his skill level, and he showed a great form in that return to heavyweight. And honestly, our interactions over the course of that week were better than they've ever been. To the point that on the fighter meeting, he personally asked to speak to me. And I didn't know if I would do that. But then I did, and it wasn't really that big a deal. Now, are we friends? No. Are we ever going to be friends? No. But in terms of living in a professional environment, we have been able to operate in that. But when I gave my opinion on him not being there, my reasons were because of the one fight. The people at Verdict, though, they did a great job of kind of breaking down my opinion versus theirs. And what they said was, DC's argument is that he believes that Jones shouldn't be nominated because he only fought once this year, while the rest of the nominees have competed more than once. This is an award that DC won himself in 2019. Leon Edwards, Islam Makhachev, and Amanda Nunes are the other nominees. True. The basis of my argument pretty much is that he only fought once. These are the topics that I love, because then we can talk about them in the comments, and I will jump in the comments and discuss them with y'all. Because I want to know why. I want a case opposing my thought, which is what the Verdict did. Jones' win against Ciryl Gane carries more historical significance than the wins of Makhachev, Edwards, and Nunes in the last year, becoming the heavyweight champion with ease after dominating the light heavyweight division for years is a very special accomplishment. Absolutely. I agree. It was a massive accomplishment that he did to come back. But does it make you Fighter of the Year? The Fighter of the Year, to me, would seem to need more than just one performance. The Fighter of the Year would need to deal with adversity overcome adversity and still get the job done. Example, Leon Edwards losing over the course of 24 minutes and 30 seconds and then knocking out Kamaru Usman to become the welterweight champion of the world. Islam Makhachev having a very tough fight with Alexander Volkanovski. Amanda Nunes getting beat by Juliana Pena, come back defeating Juliana Pena in dominant fashion. Fighter of the year. That's what I feel. Because Israel Adesanya losing his belt, coming right back and winning his belt with one of the greatest knockouts you've ever seen. Fighter of the year. Because we were able to judge them over a number of performances to see why they are thought to be fighter of the year. When I won that ESPY, I fought 3 times. I defended the light heavyweight championship, won the heavyweight championship, defended the heavyweight championship. Fighter of the year. That's why I said no, because I just wanted to see more. But, and this was never put into the titles and never put into the articles, I did say I thought that he should win the comeback athlete of the year. Because if I look at the nominees for the comeback athletes of the year from ESPN, let me have the phone. Please give me the ESPY nominees for the comeback athlete of the year. When I look at those and I break down those athletes as he does the research for me, I'm pretty sure I can make a case why what Jon Jones did is as good, if not better, than everything those other athletes did on that list. And I bet, I don't know who they are, guys. I don't know who these athletes are right now. But I'm pretty certain they weren't away for 3 years and came back and became the heavyweight champion of the world. So while on one hand I'm saying, maybe not now. Maybe it isn't his right now. There's something else that I would have no problem seeing him carry home to his house in New Mexico. Now, as he looks for the research and does that, let me pay some bills. Today's video is brought to you by the Game Time app. The Game Time app is the worldwide leader in last-minute ticket sales and ticket purchases. Guys, it doesn't matter what you're trying to do. Basketball, football, UFC, soccer. Use the Game Time app on those last-minute tickets. You could be sitting at home, not wanting to do anything for the night, and decide, let's get out. Use the Game Time app because you will find tickets at reduced prices by using the app. If that's not enough, guys, use my promo code DCTV for $20 off of your first purchase. Go get a comedy show. Take your lady out to dinner. Maybe take them to a concert. It don't matter. But when you do it, use the Game Time app for it because it will help you save money. And if that's not enough, like I said, I'm taking $20 off of your first purchase by using my promo code DCTV. He still ain't found it. He finally got it. He finally got it. So, Jon Jones. Jamal Murray of the Denver Nuggets. He won the NBA title this year. But Jamal Murray did that with everyone else. He was injured. He was hurt. He had a torn ACL. Don't take 3 years to come back and do that. Granted, his accomplishment is great. Alyssa Thompson. She was the WNBA Player of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year. She missed all but 6 games last season while recovering from a torn Achilles tendon. That's a tough one. Achilles tendon is very difficult to deal with. Justin Verlander, he plays for the Houston Astros. He was limited to only 6 innings in 2020 and missed the 2021 season due to Tommy John surgery. He returned to go 18-4 with a 1.75 ERA. All fantastic accomplishments. But in my mind, there is no argument. He became the heavyweight champion of the world. I would think that becoming the heavyweight champion of the world in that fashion would weigh more than recovering from very, very serious injuries. But when you came back, you didn't have to fight one of the scariest men in the world in the middle of an octagon one-on-one. It's no knock on Jamal Murray, but he has Nikola Jokic. Justin Verlander has an entire team of guys hitting the baseball. And Alyssa has 5 other people playing basketball with her. Jon Jones came back and did that alone. So yes, while I did say I don't think he should win Fighter of the Year, I do think that he should walk away with an ESPY for the Comeback Player of the Year. I don't think it's a competition. I think if you left and you come back and become the baddest man on the planet, because, hey, I don't care what you think. Tyson Fury and Jon were yapping back and forth. Tyson Fury will win a boxing match, but the baddest man on the planet right now is Jon Jones. He's the heavyweight champion of the world in free fighting. It's always like that. And Francis Ngannou, the only guy walking the planet that has a case because he walked away with the championship. That's it. It's one of those two. No one else. And when you can leave for the amount of time that he left and come back and do it in the way that he did it, come back is the word that I'm talking about. So, while I still stand firm in my point, he should not be the fighter of the year and not take home the ESPY for that. I do believe that he should take home the ESPY for the greatest comeback of the year. Because while the other ones are very, very impressive, I do not believe that they can stand on alongside what he did to become the heavyweight champ of the world. So, while the headlines are fun, and I get it, because I'm going to title this video in a way that I want to draw you guys in, you got to listen to the words. You got to listen to the words. Guys, International Fight Week next week, and I cannot wait. I got an Alexander Volkanovski breakdown coming on Monday. You guys are going to love that one because I go inside the octagon with the great. Because in order to beat the great, you got to become the great. And if Yair Rodriguez is planning to do it next week, there's some little things that he will have to overcome. I'm going to break those things up for you on Monday. Hey, like, subscribe. Tell a friend that DC has a YouTube channel and he's dropping content every single week. Hey, let me know in the comments too. Give me your arguments in the comments as to why you believe he should win that ESPY. If you do or if you agree, maybe you'll agree with me on this one. I know you don't generally agree with me, but I feel like I have a pretty good case. Guys, peace.